Oh, right over here. Well, thank you all for running. I have a two-part question, if I may. The first is, should the creation, designation, preservation of open space be part of our economic development plan? And secondly, related to that, when Rendijacanyon gets transferred to the county, what would you like to see done or not see done with Rendija?
On the first part of the question, the answer is yes. We should make sure that we maintain open space. We don't want seas of parking lots and asphalt. We want a community that's balanced on those things. So the answer is yes. We should be considering that as we move forward. As far as Rendijacanyon, you know, we sort of lost an opportunity, as Councillor Wismer and Councillor Rogers pointed out at the council meeting, about having a real nice canyon front kind of businesses when we decided to go with Smith's and with that retail. So I think it's another opportunity to look at trying to do that, to have a different way of looking at what we're doing in developing that area. Because there's a lot of, it'll be a really nice area for overlook, and that's another opportunity for us to look into that.
I think our open spaces are incredibly important, and designation of open spaces is something that I'm in favor of. Our open spaces are one of the things that make this community an incredibly wonderful place to live. As far as Rendijacanyon goes, I don't have any personal ideas as to what should go there. I think that's something that should be done as a community. We as a community need to have that discussion. We need to talk about, you know, how is that area important to us? What are the sorts of things that we would like to see there? And so I think it's the responsibility of the council to lead that discussion, but more importantly, it's the responsibility of the council to listen to the community itself. So that's more a question, I think, that you need to ask all of us as a community, rather than just the council members. Thank you.
So I grew up in Boulder, and so I know a lot about, you know, what was in the 70s when they were just starting the open space around the whole thing. And on the one hand, it's made it one of the most beautiful and desired communities on earth, and also it's one of the most expensive, and all of the retail is outside of it, and all people commute in. And so I live in those issues through my parents constantly. But I do think open space is important. We are on, 3 little mesas, and we already are surrounded by national forest, DOE land that can't be developed. So I think we have to be smart about it. We certainly should think about, are there areas that we are in control of that we want to designate as open space? And we're obviously a community that's mostly here because we love the outdoors, so it's certainly something to look at. We just need to be careful on how we do it. And with Rendijacanyon, I agree with Michael. I think this is a community thing. We need to talk about it as a community and decide as a community. Thank you.
I think that's a great question. Earlier I had spoken, I was a proponent of our economic vitality plan. And in that plan, number 3 is quality of life. And quality of life for somebody who lives in Los Alamos is you have to have space. That's why we're here. There's plenty to develop first before we would send bulldozers down to Rendia. We've got A19 and A8 to go first for the new houses that we need, the new rooftops we need. So I'll let...
I don't anticipate any development of Rendijacanyon anytime soon. Open space is an important value to us, but what I'm interested in is balance between open space and development where we need it. I think we have a lot of young people and a lot of older people who would actually rather move downtown to smaller places. That, I think, would help make our downtowns more vibrant. We could add a 1,000 or 2,000 people to this community. There's 7,000 commuting to the jobs at the lab who are leaving the county every day. If the housing is available, and the key need is starter housing. The last real starter housing tract that was built here was Broadview, where I live on North Mesa. There's room there to do another one. There's certainly room downtown to do higher density housing, including live work. So there's potential for that.
One of the three elements that makes Los Alamos special is the natural environment that surrounds our community. And that's why, as county councilor, I voted to support initiatives to improve our trails, our parks, and our recreation facilities. And I feel that we have to continue to make investments in these areas so that mountain bikers and rock climbers and sports enthusiasts and tourists will want to come here and enjoy the beauty of this county together with us. As far as Rendijacanyon, it is a natural wonder, and I am not in favor of developing it. I think we should leave it and preserve it as it is, so that our citizens can enjoy it, and people that come here to visit us can enjoy it as well. And there's a great potential there, and the county has to be a good steward of that land, and make sure that all of the cultural sites are properly registered, and that it's preserved and maintained.
Yes, is it?
Yeah.